Yes, she drove all the way from Orchard Beach. Oh, not Orchard Beach. Westchester. I play there. Anyway, a very special friend of mine. She graduated from comedy school. She played at Broadway Manhattan. She also played at the Brokerage a couple of times. And give it up for Kelly Sisco. Kelly Sisco.
That I want in full detail, but he has no clue what I'm saying. Sometimes I have to even pull out my iPhone and show him the exact picture of the design that I want him to copy. The picture's right there, but he still can't understand what he's supposed to do on my nails. It's like he's from another country. That's because he is from another country. I recently went on a date with this guy, and during the entire date, he had his earbuds in. It was so annoying. It was impossible to have a conversation with him. Totally impossible. But he did decide to finally take the earbuds out when the dessert came. So when the dessert came and he took those earbuds out, I started having that conversation that I've been trying to have the entire night. But as soon as I started talking, he put them right back in. I just recently failed Spanish class in college because I had a hard time responding to the dialogue and I had a hard time writing the words out. The teacher made the Spanish class so difficult. It was like she was speaking another language. People always tell me, keep in touch, call me. And I always keep in touch with them. I always call them. But they never answer. They never call me back. So it's almost like I want to give up. But I still make the effort, try to call them, try to keep in touch. I especially hate that, coming from my own mother. I recently went on eHarmony to find a match. I tried all the other dating sites, but eHarmony I thought would be better because they said they're the most compatible way to find a match. So I went on eHarmony, and eHarmony is different than all the other dating sites because you have to fill out 3 long pages about yourself and what you're looking for in a match. Right. So I filled out these 3 long pages. And I was really a little desperate for a guy, so I filled out a guy from anywhere in the entire world. I was willing to accept any guy, putting myself out there. From any guy of any race, and a guy from any income. So, guess what? I got no results. Nobody in the entire world wanted to go out with me. The computer gave me no results. Am I really that unlovable? So I thought there must be a reason why I got no results. So I go back on my page and I look out where I wrote about information about who I am, and I wrote that I was sexy, sweet, and classy. But wait a minute, I went back on my page and looked at what I really wrote, and I wrote, instead of writing the word classy, I wrote the word gassy. That just stinks. No wonder I got no results, right? I used to own a gift and consignment shop for 4 years. It was a really good part of my life. The gift shop started because I'm an OCD compulsive hoarder. So when people would bring me things, I really wanted to keep everything. But my store was getting so crowded, so I couldn't keep everything. And customers would come in and say, do you have just one more spot for my item? Do you have one more spot to put my item? Like their item was so valuable. They really thought their item was that valuable that I wanted every one of their items. Well, I was trying very hard to find space for their items. But when this particular person asked me, do you have any space for my item? I said, yeah, I have space for your item in the back. And they asked, you mean in the storage room? And I said, no, in the dumpster. Yeah, I wanted to get rid of it. I had to get rid of it. I can't keep collecting all this stuff, you know? I'm a hoarder. I have to think logically. Talking about OCD hoarding. I have hoarded over 1,000 books that I never even read and don't plan on reading in the future. I have also hoarded over 200 pairs of shoes, not even in my size, and 3 ex-boyfriends. Yep. My father likes to call me his traveling companion, and for him, that means that's a good thing. Traveling companion, he likes to involve me in his life. But it's a good thing for him, but not a real good thing for me, because that means I have to do all the menial little tasks. And when you do these tasks, I do them begrudgingly. They really don't want to do them. And you know when you do something begrudgingly, you don't really do them to the best of your ability. So I have to now do these tasks, and I have to carry the brief bag, but now actually the pocketbook, because my father is transgender now. That's a twist. So now I have to carry the pocketbook around for her, not he anymore, and I have to look for the cell phone that constantly went missing, and I have to read the driving directions. But even though I get these things wrong, he forgives me and says it's okay because he loves me. But it's a little more embarrassing when I'm in public and I get all these things wrong and people are staring at us. But he makes the excuse and tells the people, it's okay, she's from another country. Yeah, I'm from another country, you know? Going back to hoarding and collecting, I have hoarded a lot of apps on my cell phone. Since I had the very first iPhone, I had the iPhone from the first one that came out all the way to the 5, and I've hoarded 300 apps. Can you believe that? But I make the excuse that at least apps are not tangible things that take up space in a room. People tell me they don't take up space in a room, but they do take up space on your phone, and they slow down your memory and your battery. Do you really need all that? And I said, well, they're not in my room. Isn't that better? I make the excuse again. But then I was thinking, what else could I hoard that doesn't take up space in a room? What else is there to hoard? I thought, trees! How about trees? I could hoard trees, and I'll go around and I'll nail posts to all the trees in the world to claim they are mine. Good idea, I thought, right? They'll be mine, but they won't be in my room. So I thought that was a brilliant idea. I recently went, actually last night, I went on a date with this guy, and he wanted to bring me to the cemetery to meet his aunt. And it was late last night, and I thought, wait a minute, it is just too soon to meet the family. But then I reconsidered and said, all right, we can go tomorrow, but during the day. I go to the Hajj yoga meditation, and what the Hajj yoga is, you're supposed to feel enlightened, and you're trying to get a cool breeze above your head and on the tops of your hands. You want to feel a cool breeze. Well, the meditation that I go to usually has about 20 people. It's a small group, but recently I went to this very large meditation. There was 200 people there at Lincoln Center. So I said, I always feel a breeze, but I knew I was going to feel the biggest breeze I ever felt at this meditation. I knew it. And I bring my friend. He came with me and was experiencing me for the first time. And he is giggling a little. He's like giggling. And I hear him giggling. And then he stops giggling. And I look over to and I feel this unbelievable breeze in my hands. The breeze is so strong. And while I'm feeling this breeze, my friend is giggling. I wonder why is he giggling. I look over at him, he's blowing on my hands. So the breeze I'm actually feeling is from my friend's mouth. Can you believe it? At church recently, my priest recently retired from our church. So we have these fill-in priests come to our church, and he was talking about the part of the Bible that talks about sex, whores, and prostitutes. And the whole congregation thought it was very interesting. Especially one lady thought it was very interesting because she said, you know, talking about sex, whores, and prostitutes from the Bible, that would make a great show on TV. Wouldn't it? Yeah. You could even call the show on TV Sexual Excerpts from the Bible. Who would love to watch sexual excerpts from the Bible? That would be a very interesting show. So our priest came back and said, well, where would you air that? What channel would you air it on? She said, it would be so racy. This show would be so racy that the only station that would take it is probably Bravo. And you have to have it on late at night. I'm talking about, I can't find a match on eHarmony, right? I can't get anyone on eHarmony, no one in the whole world. I can't do simple tasks for my father. I can't understand Spanish the life of me. I can't get the Asian guys in the nail salon to understand what design I want. I misspell things when I type them and I write gassy instead of classy. I'm losing it. Do you know that saying, you are what you eat? Well, I must be eating a lot of Airhead candies. Yep. Anyway, that's my time. Thank you very much for having me. Good night.
Give it up for Kelly Sisco. How about it, huh? Yeah, let's go.